Jonesboro, this is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. Cloud showers and thunderstorms today and early tonight. There's a weather front coming in. There might be a severe thunderstorm. Highs around 70. A south wind will gust to 20 miles per hour. Then becoming northwest, 10 to 15 overnight. Showers ending. Skies gradually clearing. And the temperature Saturday will be around 62, mostly sunny. Mostly clear in the low 40s Saturday night. 60s with sunshine for Sunday. Your life, your music. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. The 2019 Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Hungary's foreign minister is calling on the EU to hold a dialogue with Turkey despite the country's offensive into Syrian territory. EU member states have reportedly given permission for negotiators to enter into more intensified Brexit talks. And Jewish leaders in Germany are calling for authorities to do more to protect their community after a failed attack on a synagogue this week.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM, good morning to you on your Friday. It's October 11th, 2019. This is Community Conversations. Kate Wonder is in the studio with you. I'm filling in for Kabila, who has the day off today. Joining us in the studio today is Mr. David Williams and Mr. Eric Garrett. They are with the Elite Athletics Club. It's a new organization that is putting on a basketball camp the basketball camp is actually ongoing now. So we just thank both of these gentlemen for stopping by the studio today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So just tell a little bit about what is the Elite Athletics Club and how it got started.
Well, we started it over a year ago, where we wanted to reach out to the community, to our youth, to help them with leadership, sportsmanship, and integrity within our community. We started as volunteer basketball coaches within our rec leagues here in our community, and we wanted to reach out to help more because of the decline that we see within coaching. When it comes to the student athlete body, a lot of them you see they don't have much confidence, not understanding the game and things like that. We chose to step in to be able to be men and to be able to help our community with that.
Okay, so when did you get the idea to start the organization?
Well, how did I get the idea?
When and how?
Okay, well, how I myself got the idea is because as growing up as a kid, I didn't have that leadership role that we're displaying out here to our youth. I had no one to tell me that, hey, great job, you're doing fantastic. What is it that I would like in life, and what it is that I need in life to be able to excel in the things that I was doing. With that, I became a 2-star athlete, and with that, later on in life, I kind of dropped out of it because I didn't have that leadership. I didn't have that motivation. And that's something that I didn't want to see within our youth happens to them.
And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. We definitely need more activities that cater towards our youth. There's so many things that can distract them, so many things that can lead them astray, so many potential negative influences out there. And it is definitely crucial, especially in the African American community, to have positive role models. Tamara, you're just staring at me all bug-eyed like you got something you want to say, a question.
I was just listening.
Okay. Now, like I said, you are our intern. You can jump in on this anytime that you want to.
Questions. All
right, well, let's go ahead and ask one.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask one. See, I told you got to be ready.
I saw that on y'all's website, y'all have private practices. How much are the private practices, and how could someone get in contact with y'all if they're interested?
Well, to be able to get in contact with us, you can follow us on Facebook at Elite Athletics /Facebook.com or whatever. And you can contact myself or our club manager, Eric Garrett, or whatever. For those sessions, right now, we are only charging $5 an hour for private sessions. Group, when it comes to multiple kids, that's where the discount rates come in at. Right now, we don't have a facility of our own, but we do use our community centers.
Okay, and let me just back up just a little bit. What age groups do you serve, and what are the qualifications to be a part of the program?
Awesome, good question. We work with between the ages of 6 all the way to 14. And what qualifies you is that you have to be a
student athlete.
Yes, you have to be a student athlete, so therefore you have to report your progress reports, report cards to us. You have to have a certain grade.
Okay, I was just about to ask, was there a minimum GPA requirement?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
And what is that requirement?
And that requirement is at least 2.5.
Okay. All right, Tamara?
I took my question.
Well, I mean, but the point is, you was kind of about 3 steps ahead of me, so I had to kind of back it up for people like me who aren't as smart.
Tell us a little bit about the wrestling camps. What is it that y'all do during that time?
It's a free basketball camp?
Yes, for the girls of the Jonesboro community. It's every Saturday in October, and then on the last October, we'll actually be having a sports event for the children.
It's more like where we put on competitions, we have entertainment that we'll provide. Actually, within the first 3 weeks is a closed camp. And it's just where we're working with the girls. And right now we're just doing girls only. It's because of the decline. So many girls are interested in the sport, but they have no knowledge, or they have no one that's willing to work with them. And that's where we come in and to build that confidence and the leadership and integrity within those. And it's kind of like, hey, I see my neighbors doing great. Okay, hey, I want to join too. Or I want to help as well. And on that last Saturday, we'll be opening it to the public, to where they can come in and they can see, what the girls have learned, their skills, where they're actually at, and they could be able to get some free entertainment. And to be able to get in, it's the admissions is it's going to be 2 non-perishable items or whatever, to where we take those items and we donate them to a homeless shelter or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
We're speaking with David Williams and Eric Garrett of the Elite Athletics Club. If you have a question or a comment for either of these gentlemen, you can give us a call at 870-277-1080. Or you can leave your questions or your comments on our Facebook Live feed. We've got a couple Facebook shout-outs. Shout out to Quabila, even though she is not in the studio, she is watching on our live feed. And Tanita Boyd Wathel says, tell Eric, hey, and to smile, don't be so serious. I'm proud of what you all are doing. So, all right, Eric, so since you've been put on blast, let's talk about your involvement. How did you get involved in this program?
Well, Coach Dave actually started coaching my daughter about a year ago, and when I seen what he was doing for the community, I was like, yes, that is most definitely awesome, because it's teaching kids about self-esteem and being just positive, because we have so many negatives in the world right now. Kind of no real leaders anymore. And we need those people to step up, and because everybody see what's going on, but nobody's actually taking action. It's about being proactive, not reactive.
And being a father, how important is it to you for your daughter to have these positive influences?
Oh, greatly, because in this day and age, oh God, for a girl, Lord have mercy. I pray for them. So, if I could do anything, to get her to be more self-empowered and more strong and more, self-confident and putting herself forward, then I'd be proud. That'd be enough for me.
Absolutely. Tamara?
The travel dual teams. What is the travel dual teams?
The travel dual teams, as in?
I just saw it on the website.
Okay.
So she don't study you also.
Well, when you talk about that, we're talking more like our future.
Okay, the future endeavors, as in we're in talks of making an AAU basketball team, girls and boys. So we can transition the girls from the camp and whoever else wants to be involved into this.
Okay.
Because the ultimate goal is to ultimately come up with a girls and boys league for Jonesboro. Because, you know, you have where they play separate, but I have several kids, so it's kind of a struggle chasing one place to the next place. So if we can get them together, you know, that'd be awesome.
All right. So let's back up just a little bit. David, you mentioned 3 keywords: leadership, sportsmanship, and integrity. How do each of those tenets play to the core of your mission for this group?
Well, most definitely. It's about, when it comes to that, it's about removing ourselves out of the way to follow their dreams and their goals. What it is that they want to know about sportsmanship, leadership, and integrity. A lot of times we try to build our youth the way we want them, with our dreams and what it is that we have done, trying to replay that in life, you know, and not really take initiative to learn what it is that they want, you know, and how to help them to understand those three key things. A lot of people at times, they don't understand what it is when it comes to leadership, integrity, and that's where we come in. We break it down for them. We help them to understand and learn it at the best way that we can.
And I think that's very important, because those 3 qualities, leadership, sportsmanship, and integrity, those transcend the basketball court, the gym. It translates into the classroom, and even when these young ladies, when they graduate and they go on to college, and even when they graduate college and enter the professional world in whatever career that they decide to pursue, those 3 things, having good leadership skills, sportsmanship. But sportsmanship isn't just about a game. It's about treating people fairly, treating people right. And integrity, you know, being a man or a woman of your word. That's going to definitely carry you through anything that you get involved with in life.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Tamara?
What is your favorite memory?
So she just went totally left.
Well, I'll tell you
that's
what,
all right, though.
It happened this past weekend as we were taking our break and we were sitting down having lunch with our students, with the student athletes. I asked one of our members, her name is Katie Smith, I asked her, you know, what's her favorite, you know, team. She's 7 now. She I guess she'll be 8 next year. And she told me that some of her favorite teams were the Lakers and the Coyotes, that's our basketball team name. So, and that why is that one of my favorites is because I haven't had a child that told me that yet. They told me they like myself as a coach, or they like, you know, Coach Eric or the people around, but together as a team, that's what we're trying to build here. And for her to say the Coyotes as a team in general, that right there, that sent a wave through my heart. I was like, oh man.
That's pretty cool.
Let's get back to the basketball camp. I'm looking at the notes here. Let's kind of back up a little bit. The camp is actually going on. It actually started October 5th, and you all will have some more sessions coming up this Saturday and then each Saturday after that. So what can be expected from each of these sessions? And then for those who may not have been able to sign up for this camp, will there be other camps in the future?
Yes, this is going to be an annual camp. And as far as what's going on, we have designated days and times where this weekend we're working on handling, passing and dribbling, that sort of thing. Last week we worked on footwork, being quick, agility, moving up and down the court, endurance, not giving up, being able to fight through that pain. Even though it hurts, it's going to benefit you in the end.
Okay.
Most definitely. And I must add that this camp, we will be doing it twice a year, and it is a free camp to help the student athlete body here in the Arkansas, in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Sorry.
Okay, so it's open to any young lady, and what's the age ranges?
It's from right now. It's 3rd through 6th graders, and we have about 10. We have about 10 spots open or whatever now. And if you do want to come and join, you can come tomorrow. We have at 11:40 at the historic Earl Bell Center. Where we have our meet and greet. You will meet the coaches, you will meet other players and things like that. Now, on those 10 slots is a first come, first served basis. We try to reach out to each, and we try to mix it up and not just aim at one in particular magnet school. We try to get all different from each different magnet school here in Jonesboro. So yeah, if you want to come, you just come out at that time. And like I said, it is a first come, first served basis because we're pretty much almost full. And we're looking for committed ones that could be able to go through the entire camp.
Do you have a phone number for the listeners in case they want to call you
Yes,
after
ma'am.
the show and have any questions about it?
Yes, ma'am. That phone number is 870-340-1936.
And my phone number is 870-219-4026.
Give it to him one more time, y'all.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to repeat that. My phone number is 870-340-1936.
And then 870-219-4026.
All right. And Quabila has a question. I would like them to expound a little more on why is it so important to become a fixture in young people's lives, especially girls. Have they encountered any girls who have shown marked personal growth since being a part of the program? Very good question.
Well, to me, I think girls become a little bit more mature than boys or whatever. And in a household, when it comes to single family or just a family period, a lot of us, we try to embrace a woman. A woman is, to me, a child is the most beautiful thing in the world. That woman is what generates our population over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And if we don't learn how to take care of our women, certainly our younger women, they'll grow older to become something that we really don't want. And everybody tends to gravitate towards a woman, so by giving them the right motivation, the right leadership, the right things they need to know, how to handle themselves and how to become the face of our new generation, our next generation, because they're the ones that's right behind us. And if no one is here to step up to help them, we all will be lost, even as a man,
And along those lines, you talk about the importance of raising the women up and protecting them. Unfortunately, one of the things that young women, especially in that age group that you mentioned, 3rd through 6th grade, that they face is bullying and abuse, especially now that there's cyberbullying where, you can't really run from it. So what would you all do if you all had a young lady that confided in you all saying, hey, I'm being bullied by a peer at school, or even worse, I've got a parent at home that's abusing me, or I'm seeing my mother getting beat on by my father and it's kind of affecting me. Let's talk about how you all would handle bullying and also, stress and, the mental part of it, because the mental is just as important as the physical.
Yes.
Well, as far as the mental aspect of it goes, that's why, these young women must run. It's about that endurance, about pushing through that pain and reaching out. And she made the first step. She contacted somebody. That was, a lot of people see what's going on, but who actually does anything? So it would be the steps to get that child the help that she needs as fast as she needs it, with any cost, because, the kids are our future. What are we going to do when we get old? That's what you have to think about.
Absolutely. Dave, would you like to add to that?
And when it comes to, that's some of the things that we talked about in our first week in camp. What I call it, what would you do situations. And that's something that we brought up when it came to bullying. How would a female handle that? And, and it goes back to, what goes on in a home. If that young child has been told, to defend herself by any cause or any means, that don't mean, if you're getting bullied to immediately strike a person. No, you need to know what to do. You need to know how to handle that situation to come out on top. And that's something that we here are trying to provide for our youth. And that's not just to strike first, but to actually think, of integrity. Think of leadership and that sportsmanship that you have been taught through Elite Athletics Club to become a better person.
Absolutely. And just to expound that, Quabila had another question. Do you have any women on your team to handle those issues that a man simply can't handle if they disclose something personal to you? So, in other words, if there was something that those girls felt like they would be more comfortable confiding in a woman, do y'all have female volunteers that work with you all?
Yes, ma'am. Our staff is mainly staffed behind women.
Okay.
Certainly with us, certainly when it comes to this camp and it's being an all girls camp, that's to protect ourselves. We definitely have a female. We have multiple females that's in our staff that steps up, helps out when girls don't understand something. You know, we point them into that direction.
And we also use the buddy system. They can't go anywhere without another one with them.
That's very smart. That's very smart. All right, we got about 2 minutes left. Let's kind of just touch back for those tuning in about the Elite Athletics Club first annual basketball camp. So I believe y'all have your next meeting tomorrow. So just kind of fill the listeners in on what they can do if they still want to sign up and what they can expect.
Okay. Well, you know, as was stating that tomorrow you can come join 11:40 is our from 11:40 to 12 o'clock is our time to meet and greet, where we go and, you know, you can come, you can talk to us, learn more about us. We have little small entertainment during that time from our student athlete that are part. Like I got actors,
it's
singers,
like one kid
stuff
may
like
tell
that.
a joke, another kid may sing, or whatever they feel like. We have one girl actually going to do a poem at the end of the camp, a Maya Angelou poem.
So, you know, and that's during that time, and that's where like we are welcoming, you know, newcomers and things like that, where they can come. You know, they're just not coming in and being like, okay, well, I'm a part of this. I don't know anything about it. No, that's why we give you that 20 minutes to get to know us, welcome in. Everybody speaks to everybody. Everybody welcomes everyone, you know, where we try to help our student body not be so nervous and try to make friends and associate with other people. Basically, like, loosen up.
Well, and I think in regards to that, you know, especially when kids come to a new environment and there's other people around, and, you know, you do have this sense of competitiveness, I think, can make people a little shy. But that's one of the things that as they progress through the program, they can help to overcome. All right, we're going to leave it there, but we're going to get ready to go to a break. But don't go anywhere. We will be back with more with David Williams and Eric Garrett of the Elite Athletics Club. This is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Want to make your child angry? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. If so, I've got some great ways to do it. First, always lecture and never listen. Don't think about what they are thinking or feeling. Just think about what you want to say to your child and let it rip. When your child tries to respond, cut him off. Second, discipline when you're angry. Be as harsh as you can and yell as loud as you can. Third, use words that tear down. Sarcastic, unsupportive, and disrespectful words will do this. And comparing words like, "Why can't you be more like your brother?" will do the trick as well. For the rest of the ways to make your child angry, go to my blog at markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life, such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Anointed Prolude, 1216 East Johnson Avenue, serves the Jonesboro community inspired by Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. They offer brake service, oil changes, tire plugs, basic tune-ups, wiper blade changes, bulb changes, and coolant system flushes. Open Monday, Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5, Tuesday and Wednesday 8 to 4, and Saturday 8 to 2. More information 870-520-5039.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers, pastor of Fullness of Joy Church, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. Wednesday night, Word and Worship, 7 p.m. Prayer Thursday night at 7 p.m. Sunday School, 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning worship, 11 o'clock a.m. And our Sunday night live service at 7 p.m.
From the KLEK Community Calendar. AC Care Service is a free service available to all Annie Camp students. It includes free access to personal hygiene products, clothing items, and a laundry service. Protecting the privacy of each student accessing this service is a major priority. The students initiate the process by submitting their request via a Google form. After the request is processed, students will receive a notice that their request is ready for pickup. As aforementioned, maintaining confidentiality during transactions is paramount. The student's personal locker will be the pickup and drop-off location. Locker space is available. More information available via Kevin Ryan at 870-933-5820.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guests, David Williams and Eric Garrett of the Elite Athletics Club. And they're talking about their Elite Athletics basketball camp that is ongoing. And of course, you can give them a call at 870-277-1080, or you can leave your questions or your comments on our Facebook Live. I'm going to now turn this segment over to our intern, Mrs. Mara J., who is also our soon-to-be sports reporter. So she's going to do a great job, y'all. So I'm going to let her take over the segment.
Okay, I see that y'all have competitions that the kids could do to win awards during the camp. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. And that's based off of, the things that we've been teaching them, how to actually shoot a free throw the proper way. Like, we'll have a free throw challenge, we'll have a shoot around challenge, where we, basically where we're helping them with form, how to position themselves, to be accurate with the shot and things like that. And then that's for the last week where we'll have those competitions. Now, we do recognitions during or throughout the camp, if they're doing a great job, things like that, we do give them, we will be giving them things, special awards, special certificates or whatever towards, throughout the camp. But basically, so far as the end, yeah, that's where when we open it to the public, they could display actually everything from a 3-point
something similar
shootout
to the All-Star.
Yep, basically, yep. 3-point shootouts, free throws, stuff like that. Obstacle course. We'll be providing it at that final week.
So, what type of awards do they receive?
Okay, well, we got good sportsmanship and leadership award throughout the camp. And those are the ones that qualify for those are the ones that actually come each week. Okay. We got that. We have we got numerous right now. I'm sorry, I didn't even bring my notes on that one, but we have numerous awards that we'll give out to them.
Right. We also have Mr. Trophy. We get our trophies from those guys. For the end, we'll have first place, second place, third, and we also have ribbons and things like that. But throughout the camp, we have giveaways like one of them string draw backpacks.
Yep. With Elite Athletics on it.
Yes.
T-shirts,
water bottles, that for the kids. Mm-hmm. Now, if anybody else, we do sell them separately, but they'll be free for the
campers.
Free campers.
Mm-hmm. But you have to come each. You to qualify for those, you have to come consistently.
Right, and you have to be able to display leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Good self-esteem, not bullying, not laughing if somebody can't do it.
Yes, absolutely. But so far as the competitions, you can qualify. If you're a newcomer tomorrow, you still qualify for the competition on the last week. But the extras is for, like the the sportsmanship and leadership, that's for the ones that's been consistent.
So, okay, you say that they have to be there every week.
Mhm.
What if you have a kid that doesn't have transportation to be there? What could y'all do about that to help with that? Or
Well, then we will, if the parent still wants the kid to come, then we will have to set up some type of transportation where the parent signs a waiver and all of that good stuff for insurance purposes. And then we will have no problem with picking up the child. And if there's a problem, my wife is real good with handling the female portion of it. If she has to go pick them up, that's no problem.
And we definitely have other female coaches, you know, to help us be protected. We also do have female staff or coaches, volunteer coaches that would definitely fall in and be able to help with transportation as well.
We got a Facebook shout out. Adelia Sanders says, so they receive a male and female point of view. That is awesome. Tamara, by the way, you're doing a great job. So you didn't think you could do this. Tamara, I do want you to kind of dig a little bit deeper into how sports is just as vital to kids as any subject in schools. You know, even kind of dig into how their personal experiences, you know, have influenced them with the program, and as far as like how those life lessons can help them with the program, as well as the life lessons that the kids will learn. So I'm just giving you a little guidance.
Okay. So have y'all taught the kids anything that they could take from the camp and use it to like the real world?
Absolutely. And those are the type things that we try to, well, we don't try, but we do actually aim at, you know, as like Coach Eric said, you know, we remind our girls or children, period, you know, we don't laugh at others, you know, when they make mistakes, you know. If someone don't understand something, we all come in together, you know, showing them unity, you know, because that's the big thing, you know. If no man can stand on the island alone, you know, it takes a team to form something. So that's something that we definitely aim towards, and is being able to have someone to come to.
Okay. I know that y'all, the kids learn from y'all at the camp, but have y'all actually learned anything from the kids?
Yes. One, a great deal of patience, because a lot of them struggle. So it's kind of we have to push them a little harder because they don't understand the potential that they have versus what we see.
And some things that I've learned is that not only with patience, it's care as well, you know, because when a little kid hurts their finger and, you know, or they make a mistake or something and they become down, and you know, we have to learn how to help bring a child back up to their level rather than our level of understanding, because that's a problem sometimes. And certainly with myself, when I began, it was like, okay, well, no, you just being a crybaby. No, you just, you know, no, you don't want it. No, you know, no. You know, working with children for all this time has helped me to understand that they need that little extra care. That little bit goes a long way.
So, have y'all had a kid that came in that needed guidance, that didn't have any knowledge about anything, just needed somebody to like mentor them, and being there, leaving with like growth? And could you tell me about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a kid, and you know, I try not to put other people business out there. You know, I won't say no names, but yeah, I've had children that came that were, you know, I had to help them with, you know, that they were athletic and they wanted to try, but they didn't come basketball presentable, or, you know, they wasn't
They
ready.
just didn't have it. So
right.
That's no issue. I mean, we don't hold the parent accountable because they're doing all that they can do. So we have to go out our way to go get a pair of basketball shoes, go get some shorts, or whatever the child needs to be able to participate fully. Then that's no.
And it helps them with definitely helps them with their confidence, and they become bigger. They become stronger. They become more open and receptive to what it is that we are providing for them.
And we don't embarrass the kid when we give it to them. You know, we wait till everybody to leave and we sit down and have a talk with them. Yes, you earned this. I mean, it's okay.
Got a question from our Facebook Live feed. Comes from Helen Scott. Helen asks, y'all know I stay being on the lateness. Are you working with the schools, including disciplinary facilities?
Yes, but paperwork got, because this was actually supposed to originally go out through the schools, but the paperwork got mishandled a little bit, and so we had to actually get out in the community and find these individuals that we do have for the camp now.
Which is, it's totally fine, because that's what we do. We pretty much use our feet to go out and recruit and things like that. Most people that really don't even know what Elite Athletics Club is because we've been private, and this is our actually first time coming out public, reaching out to the public to get more of our student athletes. And we would like to work with the schools and disciplinary. Yes, we definitely would. We like to work more with them, is because, like I said, no man can stand on the island alone.
Right. And I mean, as far as the disciplinary students, they need it the most because, I mean, they're kind of forgot about. We already have a kind of a messed up prison system and reform system. So why can't we do something before it gets to that point?
Absolutely.
I mean, and instead of just saying, yes, you need this disparate referral, you're kicked out, or putting you. No, the kid just needs better understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit more would go a long way.
Yep.
So what makes the Elite Athletics Club stand out?
What makes us stand out?
Yes.
Awesome. Good question. It's because like I said, we've removing ourselves out of the way. We weren't star athletes in school. We weren't, great people in our community. Now it's about the generation that's behind us. Because 10 years from now, if we don't take our time out, of our jobs and things like that to help look out for our population or whatever, 10 years from now, we're going to be pretty much out of luck,
And you say what makes us special, we're making the first step. In order to make change, you have to start at the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first step, and the kids are essentially the top, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. And with us doing that, obviously other kids seeing us doing that, when they get older, they're going to want to implement that in the next generation and their generation. And, it's just a continuous cycle, the youth looking out for the youth. I mean, that's pretty much our slogan, and that's pretty much our slogan is letting our youth rise, because we're here as protectors and leaders and providers, but if we don't install that in our generation that's behind us,
Okay, well, this ties into the question of how does it affect the community?
Well, how does that affect the community? Crime rate goes down. We have less people going to prison. We have more of people that wanting to get back to wanting to be judges, wanting to be doctors, wanting to be lawyers, rather than video gamers and things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nothing wrong with video games and things like that, but we have our student athlete body seems to be more in-house than outside. Growing up, that's what made myself so great, is the fact that being outside, not cooped up in the house.
And I mean, we're always talking about, buy from Jonesboro, buy from home, but these kids are actually learning how to give back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Actually having to put something into it.
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to be stronger, strong mind wielded, hey, let's not throw that on the ground. Let's pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or how about we get together and open a business and help Jonesboro out? Because we learned this leadership from Coach Dave and Coach Gary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or, hey, we're not going to make fun of you that I got on a $200 pair of shoes and you got on a $50 pair of shoes. It doesn't matter. You still my friend. Like, come on, let's go. We can do it together. Don't focus on that.
Right.
Let's focus on leadership, integrity, and sportsmanship.
And on a side note, typically both of those pair of shoes are made in the same factory. It just depending on what they start off at the same place, but they may split off, and on one line they get a Jordan label put on, another line they get just a plain label.
Right.
But anyway, we got a Facebook comment. This comes from Christy Mathis Conway, who says, "Good morning, people."
Good morning. So, where do you see the Elites going in 5 years? Like, what is your goal with them?
Ooh, okay. Well, in 5 years.
Yeah, in 5 years, we plan on, and if the Lord bless us and everything goes right, having our own facility where we won't have to use the community gym. We'll have our own in-house gym, Coyote Elite Athletes, where you can actually come in and see the facility, and be able to interact with us. And then we also have football and track coming soon, where if your child want to participate in that, we'll be able to help them with that.
Yes, we'll be able to help them advance to the next level. And also within the next 5 years, the goal is to have not only just a building for that, but also the resource, because we don't just aim directly on sports. You know, we care about education, we care about your livelihood and things like that. So we'll have resource centers where making it a resource center as well, where you can come and, you know, could be on the computers and, you know, learn other things. You could be able to watch film, you know, relax, somewhere to come and relax and be yourself, you know, and fellowship with the other people around you.
If you think about it, Jonesboro got a lot of places to eat, but not enough for these kids to actually do besides get in trouble.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have hijinks, you have the movie theater, and what else?
I have a quick question for you guys. Are you all working with other groups that are doing similar things? I know there's, I believe, KOK Sports, NEA Bandits. There's one with the girls that we've had them on here, Sonic Boom. Are you all going to partner with some of these other groups?
And that's definitely something we'll be looking forward to. You know, because like I said, we've been private for this past year, and now that we're opening it out to the public, we're definitely looking to reach out to partnership and to be able to help different organizations as well with our services. Yeah, most definitely. It's about a community. It's just not about Elite Athletics Club. It's about, you know, building and allowing our youth to rise. You know, we don't, the children that we work with, we don't keep for ourselves. It's to be able to help everybody, you know. Right. You may go to, that's why within this camp, you know, we try to reach out and grab a student from each school, you know, rather so they won't say, oh, well, you know, they only working with such and such. No, we want everybody.
So I see that during the camp, they'll be taking a mentoring class. What could the kids expect to learn from that? Well,
we have like tomorrow, we have one of our guest speakers who come and he'll be giving some of his input when it comes to mentoring leadership, and that's from Mark from Rising Stars. He'll be coming to speak to them about some things concerning basketball. Also, some of the things that we'll be providing when it comes to mentoring is reminding children how.
And we kind of actually have where we'll throw a topic out there and teach kids how to have an open discussion, whether you dislike it or not. Let's talk about it versus getting angry about it.
Yes.
So that's kind of how that whole mentoring thing goes, because as adults, we typically drop the topic and lead the conversation. So, but what we're doing, we actually just drop the topic and we step back and just listen. So we can actually because I mean, a lot of times we hear things, but we're not listening.
Right.
So we're learning how to listen also. Okay, so she likes this. This child in particularly does this. This is her opinion and her views. Okay, this is this child's. So that's what that whole mentoring program is about.
Absolutely.
Got another Facebook question, and I kind of already asked part of this, but I'll ask the other part. So you all already said that you all will be working with other organizations, but would that eventually lead to maybe like some kind of friendly competition, or maybe like a Jonesboro Olympics or something like that?
Most definitely.
Of
Most definitely.
course.
That's something that's in the future. When it comes to future, we eventually have what we call an Olympic Day. You know, where we will be reaching out to, because some of these organizations I do know about, I just haven't reached out to them at this time because of, you know, we were trying to focus on
building you all up,
camp, and everything. But on this Olympic Day, well, we'll be having things like a 100-meter dash, 400, you know, and then, you know, you got others that may be good at hula hooping, you know, others that may be great at basketball. You know, we all coming together, showing it all on one big display, on one, all on one day. Yeah, one big playing field. Absolutely. You know.
Got a Facebook shout out from Kara Sullivan, who says, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Good morning.
When I get quiet, that means you chip in.
I was about to. I don't know if y'all already talked about this, but I'm curious because I don't know. But what made you start this? How did it all come about?
Okay, well, I'll tell you. Like I said, myself, I grew up, I had a substitute teacher that just told me one day, I didn't know anything about sports until one day I just had a substitute teacher that was just like, hey, let me see how fast you can tap your feet, you know, and I'm like, oh, what? So I done it, and he was like, 3:30 after school, meet me here, you running track. And I'm like, track? I don't know nothing about track, and I did it, excelled. Basketball, excelled. Football, excelled. Everything was excelling point. But I only had that one gentleman that was like, okay, listen, you need to stay in class, you need to stay focused, you need to, and that was it. I didn't have a dad at home that was like, okay, well, you're doing good, son. Yeah, my mom and sisters and everything came, but I didn't have a big support system, which is that made me, I fell in love with the sport, but it also made me, as a character, fall behind. I cared more about sports than education. I cared more about, sports than anything. But I didn't have that extra push to say, hey, let's finish out because, you putting the wrong thing first. And later on in life, all throughout my whole entire life, I was like, oh, well, And now I see it. And it's like, okay, well, I love sports. I love children, to prevent children from making the same mistake as I had done. Let's make a difference. Let's help kids to understand that education, when it comes to being a student athlete, let's put education first. And you can learn the sport later.
All right, gonna have to get ready to go there. Give it up for Tamara. She's doing such a great job as our KLK sports reporter. All right, so Tamara, tell me what we're getting ready to go do.
Some more work.
So what?
Some more work?
No, we're getting ready to go to a break.
Oh. We are getting ready to go to a break.
Don't go anywhere. This is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Today we're talking about the money martyr. If this is you, you just don't know how to say no to family and friends who have come to recognize you as their personal banker and emergency fund. You lend without demanding repayment. You always pick up the tab, and you always pay for gas. You even commit one of the cardinal sins of money management. You co-sign on people's loans. While your intentions may be good, you are probably doing damage in two important ways. First, you are likely hurting your own credit, creating debt, and depleting your savings to be the family ATM. Second, you are creating a culture of dependency among the people you care about, making them increasingly less willing and able to take care of themselves. Never put the needs of others ahead of your own financial obligations and goals. Put a specific amount and never ever give beyond that amount. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Help keep KLEK on the air. Give now through our fall fund drive. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month, but we are happy with any gift, large or small. Come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080 or visit our website, klekfm.org, or you can use Cash App, $KLEKFM, or text KLEK1. Send it to 44321.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
Experience the Joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers, pastor of Fullness of Joy Church, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. Wednesday night, Word and Worship, 7 p.m. Prayer Thursday night at 7 p.m. Sunday School, 9:30 a.m. Sunday Morning Worship, 11 o'clock a.m. And our Sunday night live service at 7 p.m.
KLEK is starting a new fundraiser which will allow listeners to donate to KLEK while buying groceries. KLEK is a part of the Kroger Community Rewards fundraising program. When shoppers visit a participating Kroger and scan his or her Kroger Plus Shoppers Card, a portion of the savings goes back to KLEK to help keep it on the air. Details on how to sign up for the program are available at KrogerCommunityRewards.com and at KLEKFM.org. This is a KLEK fundraiser.
KLEK 102.5 FM salutes small businesses. Small businesses promote local character and success, keeping money in the local economy, local jobs, entrepreneurship, community well-being, and so much more. Contact us today to learn more on how your small business could be featured on KLEK for as little as $25 per month.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are speaking with Mr. David Williams and Mr. Eric Garrett of the Elite Athletics Club. And we just have had a great conversation with them all hour long. So let's just kind of, for those who are just tuning in, to kind of touch back on, just tell a little bit about your group and about the camp that's going on.
Okay. With our group, we aim more towards the youth in our group between the ages of 6 to 14, where we teach them. We'll be focusing on leadership, sportsmanship, and integrity within our community, displaying that not only on the court but outside of the court or any type of establishment within the home.
And letting our youth rise to the greatest potential they can be.
Absolutely. Being the best that they could be. More of taking ourselves out of the way and allowing them to live through their dream instead of living through ours.
All right. So, Tamara, do you have another question for them?
Yes. I wanted y'all to talk about the community development. I see it says that not only are they going to be learning how to communicate on court, but in public to other peers, emails, and all that. How do y'all go about doing that?
Well, you gotta think it's about responsibility at the moment. You know, some things can't wait till later. Some things you have to fix now. You know, right now we may be living in the now and not thinking about the future, but the way that we provide those type of things is that we try to focus on fixing things now for the future, not just, hey, you got to get this together now, right here. No, reminding you, hey, let's keep for instance, you know, let's say your shoes untied, okay? Let's keep your shoes tied, because remember, if you don't keep your shoes tied, you could be able to damage your feet, you know, you could get calluses that way, things like that. You know, not just, you know, beating them down, hey, keep your shoes tied, you know. No.
Again, it's about being proactive, not reactive. You know, it's about creating that change. And because at the end, that's all we have is the children.
So I think it's pretty cool that y'all also teach them about what to do in interviews and stuff. Could y'all talk to us about that?
Well, we will conduct our first interview tomorrow that we'll be able to put out to the public. But it's pretty much when it comes to interviewing and teaching them how to speak and how to present themselves, you know, how to sit and not slouch, you know, if you stumble to keep going, you know, and always stick with what you know and not what you think you know.
I think that's great because it's so important how you portray yourself.
Absolutely.
Gansey, do you have any questions?
I always got questions. All right, so for someone out there that's listening, or a parent that's out there listening that is on the fence about why I should sign up for this program, what would you say to them? If you could only come up with one reason why this child should be a part of your program, what would that one reason be?
Integrity. Integrity.
Self-empowerment.
Yeah.
And along those lines, how do you lead by example when it comes to integrity?
Well, I tell you what, the way I see it is, you know, without I have to put out the product that I want to see within myself. If I see me, when I see children, I should be seeing myself. You know,
so that means being the example at home,
yes,
in the community that you want those others to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I absolutely agree with that. All right, so we got about 3 more minutes before let's check our Facebook and see if we have any additional shout-outs. I believe that we do. So we want to make sure that we shout out everybody who has shown love to us so far.
Thank you.
Shout out to Paige Garrett, Carlina Crabtree Adams. Appreciate you all for checking in on our live feed. Also, Ardelia Sanders, to Benita Boyd Waddell, and Helen Scott. Appreciate each and every one of you for checking in on our Facebook live feed.
I don't know if I asked this already, but do y'all do any fundraisers to help support what y'all do?
Oh, that's great. And to add to that, what about people who want to volunteer for your organization?
Absolutely. If you want to volunteer with us, all you could do is you can contact us through,
Facebook, email, phone calls. We have flyers posted up throughout the community gyms with our information on.
So far as when it comes to fundraiser, we pretty much do everything out of our pocket right now. We're trying to build to get to that point with those resources, because those are some of the resources that we don't have at this time.
But would y'all take donations?
Absolutely.
Yes. And for donations, you just contact one of us, and we'll let you know what to do from there.
Okay. Y'all got a Cash App? Get one.
Look, I'm not. When it comes to computer savvy, I'm not.
In case someone is listening and want to donate, could you give them the information, like your information again? In case
absolutely. I'm Coach David Williams. My phone number is 870-340-1936, or you can email myself at davidmwilliams777@gmail.com.
Yes, and my number is 870.
Speak directly into the mic.
870-219-4026. And you can contact my email at coachericgarrett@gmail.com.
All right. Tomorrow is the next meeting, so just as we wrap up, kind of give them a taste of what they can expect tomorrow for those just tuning in.
Oh, man. Tomorrow you come. I have a young lady. Her name is, she's a student at Health and Wellness. A fourth grader. Her name is Xavier Jenkins. She's going to be displaying how basketball started and what does it mean to this world.
Okay, so you get a little bit of the history as well.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like I said, we don't just focus on the sport. We try to bring out the best in the student athlete, because most people have many talents, instead of just focusing on that one talent.
That's cool. You don't ever see camps teach the kids about the history behind the sport.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's typically just about winning.
Right.
How to win.
Right. That's why I say removing ourselves out of the way and allowing them, to become it. And when they see others doing it, it's kind of like a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing,
Each one teach one.
Right.
Well, gentlemen, we definitely thank you all for stopping by the studio today. Thank you for the work that you all are doing in the community. Definitely wish the best of luck to you. So, if you got a daughter from 3rd to 6th grade, enroll them in this program. Meet them tomorrow at the Earl Bell Center. What time are y'all going to start off?
We're gonna do meet and greet at 11:40. Camp starts at 12. It is a closed camp, so it's a first come, first serve. Right now we have 10 slots open. Yes, and it is free.
So as I said, don't meet them there. Beat them there. All right, we're gonna get up out of here, but as always, thank you guys for stopping by the studio. Thank each and every one of you for listening. Thank you, Tamara.
This is KLEK 102.5 FM,
and we're out.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Broadcasting from the First